So these two verbs, which I have already told you, these two verbs, there is no logic. You have to memorize these two verbs, how they are. Like ich bin, then it will be ich bin. I cannot do anything in this. Okay. Wir haben, du hast, ihr habt. You have to memorize. Okay. But for the subsequent verbs, there are two types of subsequent verbs. Okay, actually there are many types of subsequent verbs. Like one is regular verb, one is irregular verb, and then there is modal verb, then there is 10 verb. But for the regular verbs, there are like hundreds of regular verbs. Whole German is most of the German verbs, they are like regular verbs, and there is a logic behind this. Okay, you can frame any sentence if you know the meaning of that verb. Okay, for example, I will take a verb. Okay, there is a verb called wohnen. Wohnen means to stay, but it applies to someone who is there temporarily, like somebody staying some place. Okay, you can say wohnen. Okay, it like if somebody is staying since he is born or something like that, then also he or she can use wohnen. Okay, so don't get confused between temporarily or for time being. To stay means whatever you can understand. To live or to remain somewhere, to wohnen. Okay, so if you understand the logic of this first verb, then you can apply this logic on the all the different subsequent verbs, right? So the logic is this: the original form or the original form of this verb is wohnen, right? So we will separate the two parts of this verb. Okay, this it is separated. Okay, so first part is won. The first part is won, and the second part is en. Okay, second part is en. So we will call it as Stamm. The first part, we will call it as Stamm. Stamm means, in German, Stamm means टहनी, पेड़ की टहनी, like a small portion of a tree. Okay, Stamm,
Branch.
branch, yeah. So the first part is this one, won, and the second part is en. So just remove the second part if we have to make a sentence or we have to conjugate a sentence. Okay. Now, what we will do everything with the first part. We will do everything with the stamp. So now I'm saying first part, second part, but later on I will always say stamp. So just remember what is a stamp. Okay. Stamp means a verb without en. Okay. So coming to that logic, we will use that first verb with ish. Okay. For example, I want to say that I stay in Delhi, or I stay in Kiel, or I stay in Noida. How can I say it? So the logic behind this is we will use that stamp. Won. Won is the stamp, okay, of that verb. And we will simply
East
put,
Delhi, yeah.
yeah. And then we will simply put E. So you have to memorize it, okay? That after stamp, you have to use E with ish, okay? This thing you have to remember. But this thing, it will be applied to all the regular verbs. I'm not saying to all the verbs. I'm saying it will be applied to all the regular verbs. The regular verb itself, it means that, okay, I am a regular verb. You can do anything you want with me. Okay, I'm helpless. If you know the rule, okay, you can frame the sentence whatever you want to do. Okay, so regular verb is a very kind of polite verb. Okay, it obliges to you. Okay, and then the second part is second thing, do. We will take the stamp. Okay, we will always put st with do. Okay, suppose I have to make a sentence that I am living in Noida. Yeah, I stay in Noida. Okay, then the meaning will be ish wohne in Noida. Okay, so in is the preposition which we always use while making a sentence. Because without any preposition, the sentence will be like this: Ich wohne Noida. It is not good. It is not correct. Like I cannot say in English, I stay Noida. I come Pune. If until I will not say from, nobody will understand what I am saying. So preposition make sense to the sentence. Okay. Ich
Yes,
wohne,
sir.
yeah, ich wohne in Noida. Okay. And then till now, you have to like memorize with ish, always e will come. Okay. And then with do, always st will come. And with air sz, now I am going to write air sz together. Okay. I will not like separately tell what is the conjugation of air sz. I will do all the subsequent verbs. I will always write them together and then I will tell you what will come with RSG. Okay, how will be the conjugation of RSG. So always with RSG, T will come. So this is the logic. Okay, this is the way you can frame a sentence. Like if you have to say you stay in Pune and you is second person informal singular, then you will say like this: do wants in Pune. You can say it like this: do wants in Pune. Okay, and now if you have to say it like this, if you have to say Z, which means second person formal singular. For Z, you can memorize it by two ways. Either you can memorize it with the stem part, or you can memorize it like this, that always with Z, the original form will come. So what is the original form of this verb? Wohnen. Wohnen is the original form, okay? Or if you want to learn it this way, like with the stem way, then you can learn it like this. The stem will come, then en will come. Okay. So anyway, you can memorize. So ish wona. You have to say it like this. Ish wone. It will never be said like this. Ish wone. Or some students they say ish wone. No, leave it. Ish wona. Anything. If a consonant is coming here at the end of the stem, if that consonant is not a vowel, like if that consonant is N or D or something, and then after that consonant E is coming, the pronunciation will be like this: Ishvona. Okay? It will not be Ishvone. No, it will be Ishvona. Okay? And coming to the plural part, we will say it like this: Wir wohnen. So with wir also, the original form will come of the verb. Okay? And for sorry, for the plural of do, ear will come. Okay. Second person informal plural. Ear won't. Ear won't. Okay. And the plural of air as z will be z, which means they. Okay. And with they also, wohnen will come. The original form of the verb will come. Okay. And with z also, the original form of the verb will come. So the difficult part of these conjugation is this. You have to memorize for ish, do, and rsg and ear. And rest of the things like wear, z, they all are same. You can either memorize it like this or you can memorize it. Give me a moment. I will make a tick here for this one and for this one, this one and this one. The conjugation will always be with the original form of the verb. Okay. So this was the first verb with the logic. However, it is the third verb. Okay. So all the subsequent verbs, all the regular verbs will be like this. So this is the second verb. second regular verb. Okay, there is no rule like why I'm teaching this verb, but since these are the most used verbs, that's why I'm telling you this as the second verb. There can be any other verb. Okay, so the same way we will conjugate this verb. First, we will take the first part. First part will be stamp. Okay, and the original form of this verb will be, I will write it here to make it clear for you. The original form of this verb is lernen. Okay, so now you know where to use the original form in wir, sie, and where to use the stamp form. Okay, so now we will use it like this. Ish, as you already know that with ish, stamp will come. And what is stamp? Learn. Learn is the stamp. Okay, learn is stamp. And then
Learn.
after ish, we always use e, okay, as the suffix. Okay, I hope this is clear. And then with do, we will always use st with stamp. So with stamp, st will come. Okay, so what is the stamp? Stamp is learn. So we will say du lernst. Suppose I want to say I am learning German. I will say ich lerne Deutsch. If I want to say you are learning German, I will say du lernst Deutsch. Okay. And RSG, with RSG, as I already told you that T will come with stamp. So the stamp is learn and then T will come. Okay. And with Z, capital Z. Capital Z is for second person formal, singular. Whatever I am writing on the left side, it is singular. And whatever I'm writing on the right side, it is plural. Okay. Okay. So with Z, either you can write it like the original form. The original form I already wrote here. It is
Learn.
yeah, it is learn. I already mentioned here. And then as I mentioned already that with Z and with wir and ZZ, we will use the original form, but not with this Z. With this Z, we will not use the original form. Okay. With this Z, we will always use the T. Okay. And on the right side, I will write the plural wir. We will write wir. The stamp is len. Okay. Either you can write it like this with the stamp, always en will come, or you can use the original form. Okay. And then with do, ear will come. Okay. The plural of do is ear. And ear, lent. Okay. Always with ear, t will come. Okay. This applies to all the verbs, like with the regular verbs and the irregular verbs. To make your life a bit easy, with ear, T will always come with regular verbs or irregular verbs. Okay. So all the tantrums or all the confusion is only for ish, do, and RSG. Okay. So if you are conjugating any verb in future, you don't have to look for regular or irregular if it is ear. Okay. You can always apply T, but not with the modal verbs. Okay. And Z. Z is for they. If I want to say that they are learning German, I will say Sie lernen. Lernen. We will not say lernen. Okay? We will say lernen. Lernen.
Learn.
Yeah.
Learn.
And Z, the Z S with the capital part is for second person formal plural. Okay? Sie lernen. So the original verb, original form of the verb will always come, as I already mentioned. It will come with Z, wir, Z, and this Z. Okay. This is it. Okay. So this was the second verb. Lernen means to learn something. If I have to make a sentence like if a teacher is saying to her students that you are learning German, the teacher will say, ihr lernt Deutsch. Okay. Suppose if I want to say, I am coming from Pune, I am coming from India, I come from Italy, I come from Chennai. Okay. Suppose you are going to a different city, then how you will say it in German? For that, there is a verb called kommen. Okay. You will say it as common, common. Okay. Not common. You will say common. Okay.
Common.
It means, yeah, common means to come.
To come. Okay.
And then the stem is com.
Com.
And then the conjugation will be like this. Ich, comma, du kommst. First, the stem will come, then e will come. And with do, stem will come, and then st will come. With air, s, z, comes, kommt. Okay. And then with z, common. You can either memorize it by using the original form or you with the en part, with the stem and en part. And then with wir, common, we will always say wir common. And then ihr kommt. For z, which means they, common. And z, common. So the conjugation will be same for z common, wir common, z common, and then this z common, which is here. So you all you only have to memorize like for ish, do, rsg, and ear. Rest of the personal pronouns, it will always be original form or with ear. It means common means to come. If you are coming from somewhere, if you are temporarily coming from somewhere, suppose if you are coming from office, you will say ich komme aus. So the preposition with common will be aus. Aus means from. If you translate it from English, but slowly and slowly you have to forget English. Like it's not necessarily to forget English, but you have to come into the ecosystem of German. Okay, because most like some prepositions they are not exactly translated as we think in German. So we always use aus with common. Okay, suppose I am saying I am coming from Jaipur. I will say ich komme aus Jaipur. If I am saying I am coming from Lahore, I will say ich komme aus Lahore. Or any other state you can mention, and then any personal pronoun you can mention, and then you can frame the sentences.